Okay, so I'm making this video maybe a little bit drunk. I was gonna make it tonight, but I didn't know I was gonna have to, go to the pub. I didn't have a choice. Apparently, I didn't have a choice. I was making a video today. I was working on this Kanye video that you'll see that I'm really excited to come out with. My writing's not, great. Still a bit insecure about that, but I feel like there's some interesting things at the end, and you gotta wait for the, you wait for your dessert or whatever. I read off some things that I said on my iPhone for this video. I said I'm drunk and I'm on the toilet right now. Obviously not the greatest way to start off a semi-serious video, but hey, this is my small channel and my little corner of happiness. I'm also not on the toilet recording this, which is true, but I am drunk, so take that with a grain of salt. No, don't. No more grains of salt. Tonight I was editing a Kanye vid, but I took time out to go to the pub with my friends, and then we had some deep chats, which we did. That won't be talked about on this video, because this video is about something that has happened recently on the creator space. I'm sure everyone's, familiar with 2Mad's death. I was very anti making a video about 2Mad's death. Obviously, my main channel would never touch something like that. I've got plans in the future of making, that sort of Paralive stuff that people have seen. One, just to keep me busy, but also money. Guys, I'm trying to do YouTube full time. Oh my god. Don't get too excited, guys. Don't get too invested in this guy's story. I didn't really like people making videos on it. I don't like the fact that people would be like, "Oh, it got a 1 out of 10." That video about the dead guy. I didn't really like it. But my justification for this video is, one, I'm probably not gonna have 2Mad in the title, and two, this channel has like 16 subscribers. I've promoted it to my Discord server, my community tab. This channel, isn't to get big off anything. It'd be nice maybe in the future. I don't know if people want to hear what the guy has to say, but I ain't doing this for views. I just want to speak upon it. Yeah, I did have a really big problem though with people thinking that they could make videos on 2Mad, or even tweets where they would say like, "Oh, 2Mad's an asshole, but I don't think he deserves to die," and all this fucking bullshit. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that a really weird thing to say? Like, "Oh, 2Mad was this, but he didn't deserve to die." Like, do you want like applause or something? Do you want to clap because even though you thought the guy was an asshole, he didn't deserve to die like that? Is that worthy of applause? Like, congratulations, mate. You have the common decency that somebody that kind of annoyed you on the internet, you don't want to die. I've been thinking more of this because of this video I'm making on Kanye, and obviously, let's spoil it for the 50 people watching this, or the 40. I'm not that big of a fan of Vultures, but I'm also a massive fan of Kanye. Like an autistic amount of fandom of Kanye or whatever. So when I look at Vultures, I see a man that is struggling mentally, and all these problems that have impacted his life. His mother dying, and being outspoken. There's definitely, he might be neurodivergent or whatever, and the criticism that comes along with that, and being on meds, off meds, his family falling apart. And when I spilled my drink. And when I watch shit, and when I think about 2Mad and things like that, it reminds me of somebody that's so misunderstood because of mental issues. Now, I don't know if 2Mad had, he was a pedophile, had child porn, what the people are alleging, which, let's not say names, I might be a 100K YouTuber in a year, let's not name drop people, but the fact that there are people speculating all this stuff or alleging this stuff now that he's dead as a way, he can't defend himself. I think that's really fucked up, because at the end of the day, we look at the facts. This guy had a ketamine abuse, mental health problems, and yet everyone was so okay with dogging on him as soon as he died. Now, I understand the occasional, do the 2Mad, and, people that are so uninvolved in this creator space. I remember telling my, close in real life friend about 2Mad dying, and he sent, like, a fucking minion. I don't know, it sounds silly, but a fucking minion celebrating, but, I'm not gonna be somebody that's gonna be like, "Oh, that's really, really offensive, man." That's someone in real life. I don't give a fuck if they don't care about 2Mad. That's fine by me, but the way that creators have responded to this shit is kind of disgusting. I mean, we have people that want to chime in that 2Mad's an awful person, and then say, "But I didn't want him to die." It's like, "Oh, congratulations, because you didn't want someone to die on the internet that was mean to you." I don't think that's relevant at all. A 23-year-old, I think he was 23, has lost their life. Parents have buried their son. And when you add up everything, you know, a ketamine addiction, somebody that was very erratic. If you watch their content, there was definitely, you know, ADHD, some, you know, mental problem. I wouldn't really say, I don't really like calling that thing a problem. You know, it's my superpower. Bipolar is my super, you know, that, you know, like there was something clearly going on that people didn't really realize, you know, and everyone in private saying it's a ketamine addiction and stuff. I think it's crazy how there's so many people that were quick to talk shit and denounce it by like, oh, but, you know, he did this to me and he did this. I mean, somebody's died. Somebody has lost life. And as someone, you know, I don't want to be r/Reddit, but I'm an atheist. I think life is very sacred. I'm not anti-abortion. Okay, I'm not one of them nutcases, okay? But like, I do see the value in life, and I think the people that came out and said some crazy shit on this really need to look at themselves in the mirror. I mean, let's not name names, but you know who I'm talking about. You know, was it 5 minutes after his death was like, you know what? Fuck this guy, because he did this and he did this with no proof to the claims. I mean, let's say some of them were true and some of them were speculation. Is it really acceptable 10 minutes after someone's son died, brother? I remember Jamie Pine, which I don't really have a problem name dropping because that's someone that isn't, you know, I'm not dissing or anything. He was speaking of how he had Tumad's brother on Discord and he was kind of distraught with the stuff that was coming out on Twitter. Like, do you have any fucking shame? Any? This is somebody who was a YouTuber, you know, and, you know, people know how bad this space can get with people getting lost in the source. You know, not everyone is as privileged as me, who is, you know, the goat of social interactions, but, okay, trolling, obviously. I'm a little bit socially anxious at times, but what I'm trying to say is not everyone is as gifted as people, you know, I think I'm gifted. I got to go to uni. I got to live with people. I got to speak to people. I'm still not, you know, entirely in tune with everyone or on the same wavelength, but I've been around people. Not every YouTuber gets to be like that. Some YouTubers were people that were ostracized, from high school, from college or whatever, and found peace in this place called YouTube. And they made videos to entertain people, and it went haywire, it went off the grid, you know. I don't think people understand that creators are not always the most normal people. You think the guy that made Utopia video and fucking Petscop 2, that guy's my inspiration. But he was furry role playing and talking about you know what I'm talking about. All that stuff is what people don't really understand, is that every creator, there's a lot of creators out there that might have something going on right there, and people are very quick to go, well, this person did this. It's like, if you look at what's going on, holy shit, this was meant to be an important video about death, but I think this is a bit of a fourth wall breaker. I could not remember what I was talking about, and I wanted to make this semi-important or serious, but now I realize like this channel is not that. It's me. I wanted to make this tonight, even when I was editing this video, and then I went for a drink and I spouted a bunch of inspirational, I guess, stuff to my friends, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a video when I get in. Even if I'm drunk, yeah, fuck that. So I gotta stand on business. But my message is just, you don't really know what's going on in someone's life, and I think the Tumad stuff, you know, people behave in certain ways, badly, regardless, you know. And Tumad might be an asshole, but he didn't deserve to die. No 23-year-old deserves to die. And if I was a professional YouTuber, which, you know, I guess I'm gonna be in a few months, even if I'm not making enough money, it's gonna be my job. That's really upsetting that someone else who had dreams like I did, aspirations and stuff, passed away. And I think a few people who are celebrating this, or at least happy about it, need to look at themselves in the mirror, because why would you ever celebrate another young person killing themselves? That's some weird ass shit. That some selfish reasons, you know, if they harassed you, it's like, okay, but did they deserve to die? I do want to apologize. I'm gonna upload this video, no balls, because I'm a man of the house. But yeah, that's all I wanted to speak about. I didn't script this. I scripted a bit of it on the toilet, apparently. But thank you for listening. Yeah, I'm gonna make something soon, probably. I'm kind of enjoying this. And maybe I'll enjoy it more now, the fact that I've been willing enough to upload something where I've been a little bit intoxicated, a little bit silly. Thank you. Bye-bye. Let's be a bit more considerate to people with mental health issues, okay?
Russell Westbrook. That man's name is Westbrook. Like, that man has children. That man has a family. That's a family name. You talking about Russell Westbrook. Again, people just run off talking and think they don't have to stand on that. You got to stand on them words, man. Your words mean something. You got to be willing to stand on that.